what's up, you guys? It's Kevin. Sauce in the fridge. We got our sauce today, Neil.
I think we do. It's an all natural sauce. It just so happens to be gluten free. That's not why I picked it. Just happened to find out it's gluten free after I picked it.
Gluten free.
It's sweet and zesty, smooth with a lick of America's #1 bourbon, Jim Beam Old Spice barbecue sauce. I'm sorry, not Old Spice. Bold and spicy barbecue sauce. It looks good. I haven't tried it yet, but it looks really good.
I thought Jim Beam was a. I guess bourbon is kind of a whiskey, isn't it?
Yeah. I think what whiskey is aged or spiced bourbon.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's what makes it a whiskey, whatever.
Oh,
So
interesting.
yes, it's actually quite delicious that way with the age and the spices.
I like the way they make the liqueur or whatever, because I've made my own jailhouse wine before. Put it through still and made it a liquor.
Yeah.
Did a very crappy process. Didn't do everything you're supposed to when it comes to the still portion anyway. And I find it cool because no matter what you put through the still, when it comes out, because you're vaporizing what you have, and it gets put into steam, and then it runs through a copper tubing, and then it cools off in ice water, and so it cools off instantly and turns back into a liquid, and then comes out the other end. So all liquors are technically should be clear before they colorize it and all that. So all the whiskeys and shit, that's all dyed and whatnot.
Yep. Very clear. Well, it's not necessarily all dyed. I mean, if you age liquor in a barrel, that's where they get the flavor from, and you add in spices, can add in spice or add in color. Yeah,
I guess that's true.
I think that's usually where it comes from, because it's not like it's an unnatural dye color. It looks, fairly natural color. So a natural brown, like as if it had been sifted through wood or spices like cinnamon, stuff like that.
Cinnamon.
Cinnamon.
McDonald's got their peppermint hot chocolates.
Yes,
So
they
good.
are delicious. I've never had one, but
Really?
I hear they're delicious. I had a bad issue with peppermint chocolate when I was younger. In the wintertime, I got shoveling snow for one of the ladies that lived down the street from us, and she gave me this chocolate bar with candy cane all crushed on it. I think the chocolate itself was kind of flavored mint and peppermint, and I had ate like a bunch of it one day after shoveling and shit, and I was kind of sick, and I ended up throwing it up like within a couple hours. So it's just kind of that thing. Once you throw something on, just every time you smell it, then it reminds you of that. So
Puke it up in a bowl and eat it all again.
fuck that, dude. It's like, Brian, are you gonna eat that? No, I can't do that. That'd be horrible. Absolutely horrible. Yeah, so I got a couple other things I got like that. I've thrown up when I was younger, and now I can't eat it.
Yeah.
Frozen pot pies.
Well, that was one for me for the longest time was pot pies. I couldn't stand it. Didn't like them at all, really. And then recently, like about 3 years ago, I think Al cooked some up in the oven and whatnot.
Yeah.
And pulled them out. I'm like, that smells good. What is that? That's a pot pie? I guess I'll try it again. And then
Right.
love them.
Love them. That's good. Last time I tried a pot pie was, you remember Elvis? He used to ride around the neighborhood in his mini bike. Tim. I was hanging out over at his house one time playing foosball, and he was making dinner. He was making pot pie that night, homemade pot pie. Actually, I think his roommate was, and one of the two. Either way, I tried a little bit of that, and that was really good. I was like, all right, I'll try it because it's homemade, and the frozen ones were, what I had thrown up years ago.
Yep. Banquet brand, probably.
Yep. Cheap ass stuff. Delicious though.
I was the reason he stopped letting people ride the mini bike.
Oh, that's right. You ended up breaking it, didn't you?
Yeah, I was riding it up on his thing, and his driveway had like a little thingy, and you can turn the handlebar so you got to take a wider turn, and I didn't realize that, and I was going clunk. I'm pretty sure I like cracked the frame on the bottom or something like that.
That sucks.
Whoopsie.
Yeah, I had a similar issue with like when we had the motor scooters. You remember back when we used to have a couple of those? I stopped letting people ride mine. Well, I never got one after it, or another one after this happened, but I let a kid ride mine and fucked up the throttle, just tore that shit off because he just flipped it because it was kind of powerful. And I think I ended up going a couple other times, but it was a pain in the ass. I had to jerry rig it and shit. Didn't quite work the same.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know that feeling. It sucks when something like that happens, especially when it's something so expensive.
Yeah.
And he put a lot of work into his mini bike, so it's like, man,
It's like I kind of feel bad, but then the other time, like a month or two later, him and Tim ended up getting into it. Tim.
Yep.
And I guess he was like Tim said something about him doing crack and other shit like that.
Oh,
I wouldn't be
yeah.
too surprised if he did and whatnot, because he was kind of a crazy motherfucker.
Yeah.
Anyway, hanging out like, what, he was a 50-something-year-old dude hanging out with a bunch of teenagers.
Yeah, he's just a large child.
Yeah.
Large child is what he was.
I didn't feel that bad. I did at first, but then I thought about it afterwards. I'm like, fuck him.
Yeah. I mean, it's all material possessions anyway. If you know how I feel about material possessions, is be mad in the moment, maybe a little bit, but within 5-10 minutes, I usually just try to shrug it off, man.
I was scared today. Made the car payment. Got back in my car, and it did not want to start up at first.
No.
Scared the crap out of me.
Did you ever figure out what it was?
No, I turned it on. When I went home and turned it off and came over here, and it purred like a kitten when I started it up. So I'm thinking, because it idles funny when I come to a stop and I'm in drive.
Yeah.
The RPMs go real low, and I think, I'm not 100% sure, just kind of guessing. I think it might be my fuel injectors.
Okay.
Could be, I don't know.
It's a possibility.
But she started right up, so I was happy.
That's good.
I just hope it doesn't happen again sometime middle winter or something like that. Like
Right.
get stranded somewhere. That would fucking suck.
That would not be good.
And I still ain't got no fucking winter survival kit in my car. I gotta put one in my car and one in Katie's car too.
Hell yeah, that's a good idea, especially if you guys doing any kind of far away from home driving.
Yeah.
Even
Well,
if
I
you
just
get-
need to get basic kits too. I don't think either one of us have jumper cables in our car or
Oh,
anything
really?
like that. So
Oh,
yeah, we
shit,
just
yeah.
gotta
You
go
guys
out and
gotta
get
at least have some
simple
jumper
car
cables
kits
then.
and whatnot. I got a few things like tools and whatnot in my car, but there's nothing in hers right now, because we just got it not too long ago.
Right. I gotta put my jumper cables in my car. I got a set, but I just started driving this van, so.
Yeah, you still driving that around
Yeah.
without no lights or anything?
Well,
like that, or?
Well, I got like headlights, tail lights, brake lights. I got all that. I just don't have any turn signals.
Oh,
Yeah, so I'm just driving back and forth from work right now.
nice.
I took it to Taco Bell one time during the day because it's not too far from here.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm just to and from work. Somebody else asked me the same thing. Like, you're driving that around, no turns. It's like, no, I was to and from work. Work's right down the street. I take like 2 or 3 turns by the time I get there. So
Yeah.
I take all the back roads. So unless a cop pulls up behind me on one of my last 2 turns out of 3 turns, I should be good.
Cops were out thick the other night. I was driving home, and there was like 2 of them behind Subway, and sheriff had someone pulled over.
Oh,
on,
no shit.
Charles, and then on my way home from Jeff's, I saw a couple of cops driving around.
I went out to a Walmart with a couple coworkers last night. We saw 3 of them within like 5 minutes. So yeah, they were out thick last night. Well, yesterday was Veterans Day remembered or whatever, and they didn't have any school, so there's a lot of kids out causing some trouble. I guess a car got stolen, and
Oh yeah. Oh, I know about that. Vicky or Heidi
yep.
saw that happen.
Yep.
You know where that happened at, right?
Where they explained it sounds familiar. Was that over by the school?
No, dude. I don't know where they stole the car, but I know where the car ended up.
Where?
Ended up over at Beano's, man.
Oh, really?
Yeah, whoever did it, they crashed into the building, the back of the building. You know how they got that alleyway back there? They crashed in it, put like a big, like 5 foot, the whole front end of the car there's a hole
Yeah.
the size of the front end of that car.
No shit.
In the building there.
I
It
think-
wasn't at Beano's, it was like halfway down.
Okay.
But there's still a hole. It was by where the flea market used to be. Remember there was a flea market there? It hit their portion on the back though.
No shit.
Yeah, big old hole.
That's weird. That's not the area I thought it was going to be in because they said it was near where they lived, and I thought they lived up more like a Rolling Green area.
Oh, well then maybe multiple cars got stolen.
That's
I don't know.
possible.
I don't know, all I heard was that the car got stolen from around 20th Street or something like that, is what Jeff was telling me. The cop told him.
Yeah.
And then Katie came home the other night and was like, "Yeah, Heidi saw it happen or whatever." Apparently, it was like some teenagers.
Yeah,
stole
there
the
was
car
like
and-
8 of them in the car.
Yeah.
They were telling me about it. And it's like 8 of them popped out like a fucking clown car or
Yeah.
something.
Kids stole a car, going for a joyride. Don't
Yep.
leave your car running to warm it up. At least if you
Yeah.
do, lock that bitch.
Yep.
And keep a close eye on it,
Yeah, for sure.
because it don't take much to bash out a window.
Nope. And was it? It was like a year or two ago. I thought Illinois passed a law where you're not supposed to
You can
leave your car running.
technically, yes, you can get a ticket for that. Yep.
Because there were a lot of cars getting stolen the year before or whatever. So
Well, Jeff's got stolen too.
yeah, yep,
Remember, and he ended up finding it later on down the road.
yeah. Wasn't it? Didn't it show up at Great Oaks,
No. It was
Beacon Hills?
no, it wasn't that far out. No, it was like
I thought it was one of those apartment buildings.
kind of you know where when you go down like I'm trying to think. You know how there's that dead end street where there's Harrison before you get to 20th, you got that bridge that goes over the train tracks.
Yeah,
You know how there's that dead end street right there, and there's like apartment complexes in that area.
yeah.
Pretty sure it was in there.
So it was at an apartment complex.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it was a lot closer to his house
Okay.
because he lived over there on Broadway.
I wonder why I thought it was Great
25th
Oaks.
or something. But yeah, Timmy found it. When Timmy found it like the next day, because Timmy was like, "I'm just gonna go look around." He's like, "I'm gonna go look in here." Something drawed him towards that, and
Right.
it happened
Just
to be
happened
there.
it. That's
And,
cool.
Apparently, some people were thinking that Timmy did it for some reason because he found it right away.
Yeah, yeah. That's messed up. Like Tim's gonna steal a car.
Yeah.
So Stan Lee died the other day.
Oh man,
Isn't
I
that
seen
insane? No more Marvel cameos by Stan Lee.
I think
gonna
they
be
already have a
weird.
few of them pre-recorded. I know they've confirmed that he has Avengers 4 pre-recorded,
Oh, I believe
and
that.
I heard something a while back that he did a bunch of other ones.
Did he?
Or he did multiple cameos because he had a feeling his time was coming.
Gotcha.
He's 95 years old.
Well,
He's
Ant-Man and Wasp already came out, right?
Yeah, so maybe that was one that he had
So he was
pre-recorded.
probably in that one. And then he's probably in. Well, you already said he's a confirmed for Avengers 4.
He's probably who did Captain Marvel.
Yep, that's what I was just gonna say, Captain Marvel, and I thought there was one more coming out soon that he'll probably be in. Did you see? Have you seen previews for that new Spider-Man movie that's coming out on Christmas?
I did not know there
There's
was
an animated Spider-Man movie. It's gonna be like a
Is that like the multiverse,
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah. I seen that. I seen that in the theaters. Last movie I went to go see. I forget what the last movie I went to see, but
previews.
it was in the trailers.
Yeah, it looked pretty cool. Somebody showed it to me yesterday, and I was like, that looks like. I mean, I was looking at the preview, and I was like, the animation quality just seemed kind of low, you know. And then they mentioned it kind of looked like comic books coming to life, and I was like, oh yeah, you know what? That is what it kind of looks like. I was like, all right, so that's kind of cool. Comics book coming to life.
Yeah, I like it when they do that, like what they did with Telltale Studios. They did the Walking Dead
Oh, okay.
game, and they did
Tall Tale series.
yeah, they did The Walking Dead. They did what, 3 seasons of that, 4 seasons, and
The video game.
yeah, the company's shutting down.
Oh, are they really?
Yeah, they've already announced that. I guess they couldn't keep up. They weren't able to produce the stuff quickly enough for the demand that was, and they had all the licensings, and they couldn't afford the licensing, so they ended up going under.
Gotcha. So
they're
they couldn't produce the content quick enough to keep money in the bank, whatever.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
so they're gonna.
That was a
finish.
really good series.
Well, they're finishing the last season of The Walking Dead, which I think is season 4,
Okay.
and then that's it.
Well, I mean, it was good while it lasted.
Yeah.
Created some great games to play for years and shit. What's your favorite Marvel movie?
Favorite Marvel movie?
Within, well, let me go even a little bit more specific. Within the MCU. So like the Sony version of Spider-Man doesn't count, stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What about Deadpool? Would that not count? Because that's
No,
part of
yeah.
Fox.
Oh yeah, that is part of Fox, isn't it?
I heard Disney's acquiring it though.
I was gonna say because they're gonna be tying that into. I thought they said they were gonna tie that into the Avengers 4. If not, there's some theories as to the fact that they're going to, and some good backup as to why that is. You watched Deadpool 2, right?
Oh yeah.
All right, so listeners, this is spoilers if you haven't already seen Deadpool 2.
Spoiler: if you don't want to hear it, pause it now or fast forward.
Yep. At the end, when he has the time thing,
Yeah.
he has a Sonic Teenage Warhead tinkering with it and gets it fixed or whatever, and he takes it. And there's theories that Avengers 4 is supposed to have to do with some time travel, so they think that's gonna tie in and bring Deadpool into it and stuff. So
I heard the reason why they did all that was because they did that before they announced that Disney was trying to buy it and all that. So they did it as a last hurrah
Oh yeah, for
major thing
for
to
Deadpool.
do before, because if it's been rumored that if Disney buys Deadpool or gets the rights to him, they're gonna make him
Reboot him.
Yeah, reboot him, and he's not gonna be R-rated.
No. Yeah, if Disney gets the rights, I can imagine he won't be R-rated anymore. That'd be
yeah.
that'd be a little much for Disney. I don't know if do you know if Disney has any R-rated movies?
I don't know. That's a good question.
It'd be interesting to find out. Because I can't think of any. Because I think Disney. I think of all the old classics and shit.
It depends on what you mean, because technically, Disney bought Miramax. I'm pretty sure Miramax produced Pulp Fiction. So technically, Pulp Fiction is a Disney movie, and that is definitely an R-rated movie.
Well, that's true.
But yeah, I'm not sure.
Well, I'm thinking like coming out of Disney Studio itself.
Yeah. No, I don't think so. Some of their old cartoons should be probably R-rated, or deemed very racist.
Well, while it's true that Disney itself doesn't make R-rated movies, it does have a history of allowing companies it owns to do so.
Yeah.
Like Miramax, 20th Century Fox.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Disney themselves don't, but companies that they own do, which makes sense.
Yeah.
Which is what you just said. So
they got to keep their name clean for the kids.
Well, absolutely, and that understandably so.
Yeah, what I hope would be kind of cool if Disney does buy Deadpool, and if they decide to keep him R-rated, which would be totally cool. They keep Ryan Reynolds as cast.
That would be super awesome.
For Stan Lee cameos, is they should have Deadpool dress up as Stan Lee and do the cameos.
That would be cool.
But he's got to wear the whole Deadpool suit with just the glasses, the hair, and the mustache on top of the suit.
That would be hilarious.
That would be perfect. I think Stan Lee would get a kick out of that.
Yeah.
At least I sure hope he would anyway.
Oh, I think he'd think it's hilarious.
Yeah, when I first seen that, I was like, no, that's got to be fake.
That's the same thing I saw. It's like I saw one thing on Facebook, and I was like, oh, there we go, another fake. Somebody died, and then I scroll down, and there's like 3 more. I'm like, fuck, this is probably real. God damn it. Makes sense though. He's 95 years old. It's crazy.
Yeah, I seen a video of all of his cameos that he's done.
Really?
Yeah, I think he's done some cameos on movies that aren't even like superhero movies. Stan Lee or whatever. Like, hey, I'm Stan Lee. I seen one of them was, I forget the Mall. It was Mall something, and it looked like it was what's his name? Ben Affleck. It was like a really young Ben Affleck, and he was standing looking at lingerie through a window, like shopping or whatever. And Stanley came up and compared it to one of his comic books of Spider-Man, and him and Gwen Stacy were looking at it, and then the Green Goblin came and pumpkin bombed them and whatnot.
Right.
And he's like, well, besides that, this is the exact same situation. And he was like, but you're it. And then Stanley shakes his hand, and then that was when it cut off.
Gotcha. I kind of remember that. What movie was that from?
It was Mall something. It was one word. It was like Mall Rat, Mall
Cop.
That was not Mall Cop.
Paul Blart.
No. It was definitely not that. But yeah, no, it was very sad.
Yeah, that sucks.
Passed away. Oh, well.
Well, speaking of movies, have you seen... I just saw an ad for a movie. I saw the ad, and I thought, this is a joke. There's no way this is actual... This is not an actual movie. I just saw it. And then I clicked and watched the ad, and I was like, holy shit, it's an actual movie called Detective Pikachu.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Ryan Reynolds
as
voicing Pikachu. That's gonna be hilarious. Did you see the ad?
Yeah, I saw it. Well, it's kind of cool that I've seen that, because I've seen other stuff about a game called Detective Pikachu.
Yeah, it's literally directly based off that video game. And I've never even heard of the video game. I didn't hear about it until I saw the ad.
I don't know if it's made it to America yet or whatnot. This was a couple years ago, I think, when I first heard about it, or a year or two ago. And it was only in Japan, and Pikachu's voice was ridiculously like deep and whatnot.
Really?
But it was all, it was in the different language.
Right.
But,
well, even in Japan, the Pikachu's voice is pretty high pitched. Pikachu. Yeah.
Yeah, but that trailer was great. I love the fact that he's like, "You can understand me." And he's like,
Yeah.
and then he's out in like the crowd of people. Like, can you understand him?
Or can you hear this Pikachu? Of course I can. Pika Pika. Yeah, that was hilarious.
Yeah, yeah. I'm super excited for that movie. It looks really good.
Yeah.
I heard a lot of people did not like, or it was kind of split up. People from with the way Pikachu looked, being fuzzy like that.
Oh, really?
I guess some people didn't like it.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't look too much into it. It's just I read an article that said something that people were split between the fuzzy Pikachu or something like that.
That's weird because I mean, if you think about Pikachu is an electric mouse and mice are fuzzy. I mean, I think the reason why he doesn't look fuzzy on the anime is because it's a
anime.
fucking anime, you know. But I mean, I've always kind of thought of Pikachu as a fuzzy little electric mouse. So
I've never even
weird.
thought about his real life textures and what he would be like in real life. That's
Right.
something I've never thought of. So
Well,
seeing it like
I
that,
don't
I
think
thought
most
it was
people do.
kind of cool.
I think that's most people that think about it or that are on the side of not worried about it being fuzzy. It's just like, well, I've never really thought about what he's supposed to look like in real life. So.
Yeah. It's always been a video game to me. At least that's my major thing. Is I like to play the original Game Boy Color games. Those are my favorite Pokemon games.
I love
Period.
them.
End of story. But yeah. So yeah, the movie looks great. I want to see it. Like get to see all your Pokemon come to real life and all that.
Yeah,
That would
that's
be
going to be
awesome.
cool. That is definitely going to be quite an adventure. Just the thought of a live action Pokemon movie. Seeing how they're going to get the Pokemon to interact with people in a live action setting and stuff. Yeah, it'll be cool.
It's definitely going to be CGI as fuck.
Oh yeah. The whole thing. Well, I mean, how else are you going to bring Pokemon to life without CGI?
You can dress up animals.
Yeah, you're going to get that many fucking animals to... I think that would cost way more than CGI.
Probably.
There'd
'cause
be
you gotta get paid for
way
the
less
trainer
Pokemon in
and
the
all
movie.
that shit. Yeah. Well, you just green screen it, film one, Bulbasaur animal and just copy and paste them all over
Well, that's
the place.
CGI too.
I guess, but then you got like a real life thing that's just being copied all over. It's like when they have a scene with an actor as himself talking to himself or whatever.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right. Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's true. It's cool, though. It's cool. I can't wait for it. Should be a good movie.
Yeah. It's going to be a great movie. I'm excited for the Crimes of Grindelwald.
The Crimes of Grindelwald.
Yeah, Fantastic Beasts, The Crimes of Grindelwald. It's a Harry Potter movie.
Oh, yeah. Fantastic Beast. That's the second one that they've put out, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the second one. They haven't put it out yet. It comes out this month, I think.
Does it?
November or something.
Now that you say that, I think I did see an ad for it just the other day. Looks good. I gotta go. Have you seen the what is it? Story of a Fantastic Beast or whatever the first one was?
Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them? Yeah, we own it.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, you
I
want
might
to
have
borrow
to.
it?
Yeah, I might have to.
Yeah, as long as you got something that plays Blu-ray.
Oh, I got a PlayStation.
Yep, that'll work.
Cool.
Yeah, I bought that for Katie when it was out on DVD. I'm like, I'm gonna get Katie a little gift. And all they had it was in Blu-ray, or else I would have got it in DVD to match
Right.
everything else. That's all we had is DVDs.
Well, I guess they've. I think it's this month. They put all the Harry Potter series is on Netflix now.
Is it?
They used to only have a couple on there, but now they have the whole series.
No, Katie owns the whole series on DVD.
That's true. Still, for those of you who don't all have them on DVD, it's on Netflix now. Should be by now. I saw it.
I heard Disney is supposed to be taking off all of its content from Netflix.
Really?
Yeah, they're going to be releasing their own streaming network.
Ah.
That you get to pay for, and you get to see, it's all Disney.
That'll be cool.
And they're supposed to be releasing, because Star Wars: The Clone Wars, the cartoon series that was on Cartoon Network for a while.
Yeah.
The newer one, because they got like an old one back from like 2002.
Yeah.
And I think in 2008 was when the new one started, or something around there.
Yep.
Anyway, they ended the last season, and they had a whole another season already written up, but they got canceled.
For the original 2002 one, or for the 2008?
The 2008 one.
Okay.
I think it was like they ended at season 6 or 5 or something like that, and they had a whole other season written up and planned out and all that to continue it up, and it was gonna link in or something like that to the episode 3, Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
And they got canceled, so they were never able to do it. And so then I guess since, Disney, they did Rebels, and they're doing another one now. I think it's supposed to be in between, episode 6, Return of the Jedi, and episode 7. It's supposed to be how the Resistance started.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be another cartoon.
Kind of like how they did
animated.
Rogue One in between the original trilogies.
Yeah. But this is just going to be a little animated series.
Oh, okay.
Like the Clone Wars
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Rebels.
That's cool.
But Disney announced that they're going to be doing that last season of the Clone Wars, but it's going to be on their streaming service.
Okay.
So
So give people a reason to come over and
sign
check out the streaming service.
Yep.
Get all the Star Wars fans over there. So it's cool. Might actually get me. I mean, just the idea of having a whole streaming thing that's all Disney. I love Disney movies.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Especially the old classics. And I wonder because I think Ghibli teamed up with Disney a while back.
Yeah.
To put out a lot of Ghibli films in America, the translations. So I wonder if there'll be Ghibli films on there. If it does,
They probably would be.
I'm definitely gonna get it because I love Ghibli films.
I think streaming services are kind of cool because it's with your cable you have to get a cable package, right? And half the time you get like 100 TV or channels.
Yeah, and you watch
you only
4.
want to watch like 15 of them. It's like, what's
Right.
the point? So the streaming is like, I can get this. Disney. I like Disney movies, shows, and all
Yep,
that, and
yep.
you pay it, and that's all that you have to pay for is
Yeah.
just that. So
And
that's
it's all always streaming. You can watch it whenever.
yeah,
That's
that's
just
why I
pretty
like
fucking awesome.
Hulu, and I think we have both Hulu and Netflix.
Yeah, I got to get your Hulu password. There's a TV show on there I want to watch.
What show?
I forget the name of it, but it's the guy who plays Michael Weston from Burn Notice. He stars in it, and I forget what it's called.
It's called Ash versus the Evil Dead.
No.
Because I think he's in that TV show, and that's on Netflix. I'm pretty sure.
No.
It's oh no, you're saying Michael. I'm thinking of Sam. I think his name is.
Yeah, Sam Axe.
Yeah, he plays in a show. I'm pretty sure. At least it looks just like him. It's called Ash versus the Evil Dead. I've heard good reviews on it. Haven't watched it though. It's on my list.
Jeffrey Gage Donovan.
That's his name.
That's the guy from Burn Notice. Oh, that's disgusting. You sick creature.
Sorry, I have sniffles.
Yeah, this time of year, I can imagine. It is quite cold weather here in Rockford, Illinois. It's about 24 degrees, wind chill at 22 miles per hour. Feels like 3 degrees. It's not stealing when they give them away for free, okay?
And they didn't give it to me, and I thought it's only for kids, but
Well, you are a kid.
They had all the balloons uninflated sitting there on the counter.
Yeah.
So I waited. No one was looking. I just snagged one.
Oh, well, there's that. Don't. I thought for sure you were going to do the high-pitched ringing thing. Like, no, don't do it.
I thought about it. I figured I'd bring a prop today. It's a balloon. I like this sound right here. I really hope that caught on the mic.
Oh, yeah, I think it did. I think I could hear it. I think it's called Shut Eye.
Shut Eye?
Yeah, he's kind of like a psychic. I don't know if he is a detective, but he's some sort of psychic in that TV show. It looks. Just remember seeing the previews, and it just looked really good. He's kind of a. Well, I mean, like in Burn Notice, he was a burn spy, so he's kind of like running outside the law and stuff. In this, he's I don't know if he's like I said, I don't know if he's a detective, but he's definitely some sort of psychic. He's definitely kind of solving some sort of mysteries in his episodes and stuff. It just looked really cool.
Sweet.
I like him as an actor. I've only seen him in Burn Notice, but definitely liked him in Burn Notice. It was great. It's one of my favorite TV shows.
Who is one of your favorite actors?
Jeffrey Donovan.
Someone else.
Someone else. Favorite actor. Well, I always liked the action star Jackie Chan. Really like him for. Well, I mean, for a while I was really into martial arts. Not really into martial arts. Not like I actually practiced martial arts, but I really liked martial arts movies. Put it that way. I was big on kung fu movies.
Yeah, yeah.
And I liked him as a martial artist, but he was like funny at the same time. Like the way his fight scenes kind of
Yeah.
are funny. Anyway, go ahead.
Give me your favorite action star, comedian star, and what else would be a good one? A voice actor. How about that? A voice actor.
Well, I don't really know the names of many voice actors. I know I like that. Oh shoot, what's his name? The guy who plays Pinky. He's got a thing on YouTube and Facebook and stuff where he does voiceovers with other voice actors, and they'll take scenes from like movies and TV shows and play them out as different characters. So I really like him as a voice actor for doing that bit.
Yeah.
Maybe not necessarily for all his work, but like for that bit particularly. Was just a great idea for like and I think it's got to be like a podcast he's doing for that. It's just
Yeah, it is
super
a podcast.
awesome.
I've looked it up. It's kind of cool.
What are my other options here?
Comedy
Comedy.
and then action.
Does it have to be an actor for comedy, or can I pick a comic? I mean, I don't really have anybody in mind. I'm just wondering what my limitations are.
Yeah, let's stick to like TV show movies. An
Okay.
actor.
Comedy
He can
actor.
also have a stand up too, but he's got to been in at least one movie
At
or
least one movie. Okay.
TV show or something. I'll even allow stage plays.
Well, I don't go see very many stage plays, so put me on the spot here. I don't know a lot of actors' names and shit. Ryan Reynolds was a really good, funny guy. I like him in Deadpool. I've seen him in a couple other movies. I can't think of them.
I'll say my all-time favorite comedian actor would probably be Jim Carrey.
Oh, I didn't even think of him. Yeah.
Him or
Yeah.
Robin Williams. They're like
Yeah.
up there. Let's go with, well, I guess we could pick anyone you want. I won't limit you to people who are only alive right now. I would say Jim Carrey would probably be my favorite comedian.
Yeah, he's fucking hilarious.
I'm trying to think of like an action or something of an actor that I've seen in multiple movies.
Vin Diesel's good. I love the Triple X movies.
People like
And the early Fast and Furious movies. Some of the newer ones I'm not huge fans of. I mean, I'm still a fan of the franchise in general, but the old ones were really good.
people like Bruce Willis and Jason Statham and the guy you just said. I can't think. Who'd you just say?
Vin
Diesel.
Vin Diesel.
And like The Rock. Well, I guess maybe not The Rock, but at least those three guys. It's like every movie I've seen him in, even if it's in a different movie, they're kind of the same person.
Yeah.
Almost. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
they're
It's
playing
like
they're playing that same badass character with different names and different backgrounds and
yeah, when I think of like some of my favorite characters, it's like they can do that role, but it's like they're a completely different person.
right.
When I see him in that role, it's like I see him in that role, and then when I don't see him in that role or in another movie, it's like I'm not looking. Like when I see Vin Diesel, it's like, oh, that's just Vin Diesel acting.
Right. You could put the name Vin Diesel on all of them and it would work.
Now I'm trying to think, man. I used to know a couple of people's names who were like in multiple movies, and it's like completely different movies. Like Christian Bale does pretty good. I like from what I've seen and heard, and
The guy from Mission Impossible. Tom Cruise.
he's
One of the same.
It's just Tom
same
Cruise.
case,
He's
Tom
always
Cruise.
in an action movie. I don't think I've seen him in not an action movie. To be honest,
He was in a couple non-action movies when he was younger. There was another one that came out a few years ago. I think that he was not playing an action guy. Forget what it was though.
Andrew Lincoln's a good actor too.
Andrew Lincoln
The
is
Walking
good.
Dead.
Yeah. Well, have you seen him in anything other than The Walking Dead?
That's true.
So,
I haven't.
I'll say along the lines of seeing him different in different movies or different TV shows. David Tennant's pretty cool. Seen him in Jessica Jones and Harry Potter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I always forget he's in Harry Potter.
I seen him in something else. I can't remember what it was. It was a long time ago. then obviously Doctor Who. So
It's interesting seeing a good guy character. You know, you're used to seeing someone as a good guy, per se. Like
Yep.
the Doctor, the example I'm going to give is Doctor Who, Matt Smith.
yeah,
And in Terminator, what was the name of the Terminator movie?
1, 2, or 3. The other ones don't exist in my mind.
Well, according to the new Terminator movie, neither does any movie after 2 doesn't apply.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But 3 does?
No.
No.
That's where they're rebooting it. Is 1 and 2 is in it, and then everything else after that
Oh, gotcha.
just erased. But Terminator Genesis, I think is what it was
Oh,
called.
yeah, yep. I didn't see it, but I remember hearing about it when it came out.
He Matt Smith played what was the computer program called?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Maybe I did see
Skynet.
that. Maybe I did see that on Skynet.
He
Yep.
plays the interface or the IA of it or whatever it
Yep.
is.
Yep. The
What he
face
gets
of
portrayed of.
Skynet.
It was kind of interesting seeing that because I'm not used to Matt Smith being a
Yep.
bad guy.
Right.
He was a bad guy.
Well, the weird thing about watching Tenet and other movies is he's what is he, Scottish?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Scottish, but he plays an English accent in Doctor Who.
Really?
Yeah. Have you noticed that? Like, have you heard?
Oh,
have you,
I feel like his accent
Tenet,
is
if you go look up like an interview with David Tennant and then listen to him on Doctor Who or vice versa, it's 2 different accents.
really.
Yeah.
I never noticed. I
'Cause
guess they
he's
sounded-
Scottish, but he uses like a British or an English accent in Doctor Who.
I just watched a movie last night. It was called Outlaw King,
Okay.
based on true events in Scotland. I guess the king died out of nowhere or whatever, so things were in disarray. Then King Edward from England came over and kind of took control of things since they couldn't figure it out. And then they
Right.
didn't like that, so
Oh, no.
one dude ended up gathering up men, and the odds were like very much against them, but they used their knowledge of the land to win the battle and whatnot.
Smart.
And
Very strategic.
kicked King Edward out of their land.
It's good. It's good.
It was a
They
good movie.
fought with honor.
No, they fought like beasts.
They fought like beasts.
Yeah.
For the glory of the Centauran Empire. I'm going to bring it back. Eccleston, the guy who played the 9th Doctor
Yeah.
for season 1 of the reboot, he plays in Gone in 60 Seconds. He plays the villain in Gone in 60 Seconds with Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Were you were the one who told me that
Yeah.
the other day? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's fucking weird seeing him out of character like that,
Yeah,
especially
no.
going from playing a good guy and then seeing him as a bad guy.
Well, I think Gone in 60 Seconds came out way before.
Oh, it came out. Yeah, it did. It did. And I seen it way before Doctor Who. Just
it's never
it had
clicked.
been so long
Yeah.
before I
love
seen
that
it
movie.
before I started watching Doctor Who that I just forgot.
That is it. Memphis. what was his last name? Something Memphis.
Memphis rains.
Yeah.
One rains is as good as another. It never rains, but it pours.
Memphis Reigns.
Memphis rains. He reigns over the streets of Long Beach.
That car he had, what was it, Shelby GT500 or something like that?
Yep. Yep.
That car's overrated.
Eleanor.
Yeah, Eleanor. I was so in love with that car when I was younger. Now I'm older. I'm like, man, that car's really not shit.
Oh, it's fucking
feel like-
beautiful piece of machinery, but yeah, it's definitely overrated though. Just a bit.
I want a classic. I want a 1967 Impala 4-door.
I like Impalas. They're nice.
Anybody who's a Supernatural fan knows that I just want the Supernatural car.
Gotcha. Well, in that case, I would like the Mystery Machine. That's what I'd like to drive around in. I feel like I get pulled over a couple times in that, but
That would be actually a pretty badass thing to drive around the fucking Mystery Machine.
that would be pretty cool. That would be super awesome.
Don't break the equipment, man.
I'm trying not to. These damn headphones, I gotta get some wireless.
Well, thank you guys for listening.
Yep. See you again next time.
Bye.